Do you remember the golden era of American beer from the 1970s? Those classic brews that vanished into thin air? It's time to bring them back. Join us as we rediscover 20 forgotten beers from the 1970s that deserve a comeback. Schaefer Beer. Schaefer Beer, brewed by F&M Schaefer Brewing Company since 1842, was a staple in New York. German immigrant brothers introduced lager beer to the U.S., making Schaefer known for its easy drinking and affordable qualities. Schaefer's unique selling point was its smooth taste and accessibility, appealing to a broad audience. By the 1970s, Schaefer had reached national brand status, popular among blue-collar workers and achieving significant sales in Puerto Rico. Its marketing strategies, including catchy jingles and sponsorships of sports events, played a crucial role in its widespread appeal. Despite its success, the brand changed hands in the 1980s, eventually becoming part of Pabst Brewing Company. This transition marked the beginning of its decline. As brewing trends evolved and competition increased, Schaefer struggled to maintain its market share. Today, Schaefer Beer is still available in some areas but no longer holds the national prominence it once did. The brand's journey from a local favorite to a national icon and its subsequent decline reflects the dynamic nature of the beer industry and the challenges faced by heritage brands in modern times. Valentine XX Ale. Valentine XX Ale, brewed by P. Ballantyne and Sons Brewing Company, dates back to 1820 in Newark, New Jersey. This ale earned its XX moniker after winning 3 gold medals at international exhibitions in the early 1900s. Known for its robust flavor and high quality, Valentine XX Ale was a major player in the beer market during the 1970s. Its unique selling point was its rich taste, which set it apart from other ales and appealed to discerning beer drinkers. Marketing strategies included clever advertising campaigns and local event sponsorships, cementing its reputation as a premium ale. The brand's commitment to high brewing standards contributed to its widespread popularity. However, after being acquired by InBev in the late 1990s, production priorities shifted away from this classic ale, leading to its discontinuation in the early 2000s. Despite its disappearance, Valentine XX Ale remains a fond memory for many beer enthusiasts. Rumors of a possible comeback occasionally surface, sparking hope among those who remember its distinctive taste and quality. The story of Valentine XX Ale highlights the challenges heritage brands face in maintaining their legacy amid changing market dynamics. As we savor the last sips of Valentine XX Ale, let's shift our focus to another iconic brew, Rheingold Beer. Rheingold Beer. Ever heard of Rheingold Beer, a Brooklyn favorite since 1883? Known for its crisp, dry taste and clever marketing campaigns, Rheingold celebrated its German heritage with a name referencing the Rhine River and a logo featuring a mythic maiden. In the 1950s and 60s, Rheingold was a dominant force on the East Coast, particularly in New York City. The brewery's advertising strategies, including the popular Miss Rheingold beauty pageant, made it a household name. The contest, allowing the public to vote for their favorite contestant, engaged consumers and generated widespread attention. At its peak, Rheingold sponsored major events and was synonymous with New York culture, often featured at baseball games and local festivals. Its catchy jingles and memorable slogans further embedded it in the public consciousness. However, national competition and changing consumer tastes led to Rheingold's decline in the 1970s. Despite attempts to modernize its image, the brand struggled to maintain its market share and eventually disappeared in the 1980s, leaving behind a legacy of innovative marketing and community engagement. Burger Beer. Burger Beer, a Midwest favorite, was brewed by Burger Brewing Company since 1852 in St. Louis, Missouri. Known for its lagers and malt liquors, Burger Beer enjoyed regional success, particularly in the Midwest. The catchy slogan, "Burger Beer, it's the Burgermeister," helped cement its recognition. Burger Beer was celebrated for its high-quality brewing process, using the finest ingredients which gave it a distinct, crisp taste that resonated with beer enthusiasts. The brand also sponsored numerous local events and sports teams, ingraining itself into the community's culture and lifestyle. Despite its popularity, financial difficulties plagued the company in the 1970s and 80s. These challenges included increased competition, rising production costs, and changes in consumer preferences, which led to its eventual closure in the early 1990s. While Burger Beer is no longer in production, it remains a fond memory for many. Collectors still seek out vintage Burger Beer memorabilia, and old advertisements and commercials can be found in archives, showcasing a nostalgic glimpse into the brand's storied past. The legacy of Burger Beer lives on as a cherished piece of local brewing history. Falstaff Beer. Have you ever wondered how Pabst Blue Ribbon, or PBR, became an iconic American beer? Dating back to 1844, PBR was first brewed by the Pabst Brewing Company in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Its Blue Ribbon name was a clever marketing tactic, suggesting high quality by referencing awards from county fairs. Known for its affordability and consistent quality, PBR became a favorite among working-class Americans. In the 1970s, PBR was a major player, thanks to its robust flavor and effective marketing. However, the 1980s and 90s saw a shift towards lighter beers, damaging PBR's image as it became seen as a cheap option. In the early 2000s, PBR experienced a surprising resurgence, attracting younger, budget-conscious drinkers who appreciated its retro appeal and blue-collar roots. Clever marketing helped PBR regain popularity, making it a symbol of simplicity and tradition. Today, PBR remains a beloved American beer, showcasing the power of smart marketing and brand positioning. As we savor the last sips of Falstaff Beer, let's shift our focus to another iconic brew, Pearl Beer. Pearl Beer, a Texas treasure from San Antonio, was brewed by Pearl Brewing Company since the 1880s. Known for its smooth and easy-drinking German-style lager, Pearl was a Texas powerhouse in the 1970s. Its down-to-earth Texan identity and commercials, featuring real people enjoying Pearl, helped solidify its local connection. The brand's iconic white cans with the distinctive Pearl logo became a common sight at gatherings, barbecues, and local festivities, symbolizing a sense of community and shared heritage. Despite its success, Pearl faced financial difficulties and was acquired by InBev in the late 1990s. Changes in market dynamics and competition from national brands contributed to these challenges. Production ceased in 2001, marking the end of an era for many loyal fans. However, the brand has been revived in recent years, offering a fresh take on classic Pearl brews. The revival not only brings back the beloved beer, but also taps into the nostalgia of its storied past, reconnecting with old fans and attracting new ones. Today, Pearl Beer stands as a testament to Texas brewing history, celebrating both tradition and innovation. Stroh's Bohemian-style beer. Ever wondered what made Stroh's Bohemian-style beer a beloved Detroit staple? Since its inception in 1850 by the Stroh Brewery Company, Stroh's Bohemian-style beer was known for its crisp, clean taste and unique amber color. This beer capitalized on its European roots, offering a distinctive taste that stood out in the American market. The Stroh family's dedication to quality brewing and innovative marketing helped cement its place in Detroit's rich brewing history. During its peak, Stroh's Bohemian-style beer was celebrated for its robust flavor and visual appeal. Its amber hue and European-inspired brewing process made it a favorite among beer enthusiasts. The brewery's marketing campaigns emphasized its bohemian heritage, creating a distinctive brand identity. However, the 1980s and 90s brought changes in consumer preferences, with many shifting towards lighter beers. This shift, coupled with increased competition, led to a decline in Stroh's popularity. The company's acquisition by Pabst Brewing in 1985 marked the beginning of the end for Stroh's Bohemian-style beer, which eventually ceased production. Olympia Beer. Olympia Beer, brewed by Olympia Brewing Company since 1896 in Tumwater, Washington, was a West Coast icon. Known for its refreshing pale lager and the slogan, "It's the water," Olympia capitalized on its connection to the pristine waters of the Pacific Northwest. The brewery's location near the Tumwater Falls provided a perfect marketing narrative that emphasized the purity and quality of the local water, which was said to be the secret ingredient in their beer. Despite its popularity, increased competition from national brands in the 70s and 80s took its toll. Miller Brewing acquired Olympia in 1983, and production ceased in the early 2000s. The brewery site itself has become a part of local heritage, with efforts to preserve its history and significance. Olympia beer remains a nostalgic memory for many West Coast beer lovers who recall its distinctive taste and the iconic slogan that highlighted its unique brewing process. Collectors still seek out vintage Olympia memorabilia, and the brand holds a special place in the history of American brewing. If you end up with Billy Beer, then keep watching. Billy Beer. Ever wondered how Billy Beer, a novelty brew of the 1970s, became a quirky piece of American pop culture? Billy Beer was brewed by Falls City Brewing Company in Louisville, Kentucky, and gained national attention thanks to the endorsement of Billy Carter, the younger brother of President Jimmy Carter. Launched in 1977, this beer quickly became a household name due to its political connection and Billy Carter's flamboyant personality. Despite the initial hype, Billy Beer was an ordinary American lager that struggled to compete with established brands. Each can featured Billy Carter's signature and the claim, "I had this beer brewed just for me. It's the best beer I've ever tasted." This strategy capitalized on Billy Carter's fame to attract curious consumers. However, the novelty soon wore off, and Billy Beer's lack of distinctive flavor led to a decline in sales. By 1978, Falls City Brewing Company closed its doors, and Billy Beer disappeared from the market. Brewed by National Brewing Company since 1885, Natty Bo was known for its smooth taste and reasonable price, making it a favorite among locals. By the 1970s, it had become a regional powerhouse, deeply embedded in Baltimore's culture. The beer's iconic one-eyed mustachioed mascot, Mr. Bo, embodied the city's blue-collar spirit and was a fixture in advertising campaigns that resonated with the working-class community. National Bohemian, Natty Bo. Natty Bo's marketing strategies played a significant role in its popularity. From sponsoring local sports teams to being a visible presence at community events, the brand cultivated a strong local identity. However, increased competition from national brands led to the company's sale in 1975, and production shifted away from Baltimore, marking the end of an era for the city's beer scene. Today, Natty Bo is brewed under contract by Pabst Brewing Company. While it may no longer be produced locally, it remains a cherished symbol of Baltimore's heritage, enjoyed by both old fans and new generations. As we savor the last sips of National Bohemian, let's shift our focus to another iconic brew, Lucky Lager. Lucky Lager. Have you ever wondered what made Lucky Lager a California classic? Brewed by Lucky Lager Brewing Company since 1933 in San Francisco, Lucky Lager quickly became known for its light, easy-drinking lager. This beer gained significant popularity on the West Coast, especially during the post-war economic boom when American families were seeking affordable, quality beverages. The brewery's clever marketing strategies, featuring the iconic cartoon character Lucky the Leprechaun, helped solidify brand recognition and loyalty among consumers. During its peak, Lucky Lager was celebrated for its crisp taste and accessibility, making it a staple at social gatherings and family events. The distinctive stubby bottle design also set it apart from competitors, adding to its unique appeal. Despite its strong presence, the beer industry faced significant consolidation and competition in the following decades. In the 1980s, Lucky Lager was acquired by Miller Brewing Company, which eventually led to a decline in focus on the brand. Production ceased in the early 2000s, marking the end of an era for this beloved brew. Grain Belt Beer. Originally brewed by the Minneapolis Brewing Company since 1890, Grain Belt Beer quickly became known for its easy-drinking golden lager. Its smooth, approachable taste made it a favorite among Minnesotans and established it as the brewery's flagship product. The beer's branding and marketing often highlighted its local roots, further endearing it to the regional market. Throughout the 20th century, Grain Belt faced numerous challenges, including prohibition and increased competition from national brands. Despite these hurdles, the brand maintained its popularity within the region, becoming a symbol of Minnesota's rich brewing heritage. In 2002, the August Shell Brewing Company revived Grain Belt, expanding its offerings while maintaining the classic golden lager that fans loved. This revival brought renewed popularity, particularly within Minnesota, where the brand's historical significance resonates deeply with locals. Grain Belt Beer continues to be a beloved part of Minnesota's brewing culture, serving as a reminder of the North Star State's deep brewing roots and the enduring appeal of quality craftsmanship. As we savor the legacy of Grain Belt Beer, be sure to keep watching as we shift our focus to another iconic brew, Goble Beer. Goble Beer. Ever wondered how Goble Beer earned its place as a Detroit king? Brewed by Goble Brewing Company since 1873, this beer quickly became known for its dry, light lager, making it a favorite among Detroit's working class. The brewery's commitment to quality and affordability resonated with the city's hardworking residents, establishing Goble as a staple in local bars and homes. During its peak in the 1950s, Goble Beer was celebrated for its crisp taste and refreshing qualities. The brewery's marketing strategies often emphasized its Detroit roots and connection to the everyday consumer. Goble sponsored local sports teams and events, further ingraining itself into the fabric of the community. However, the 1960s brought increased competition from larger national brands, leading to a decline in Goble's market share. In 1964, the company was acquired by Stroh's Brewery, another Detroit-based brewer. Despite the acquisition, Goble struggled to regain its former glory. Production continued under Stroh's, but eventually ceased in 2005 as market dynamics shifted and preferences evolved. Blitz Weinhard Beer. Do you remember the first time you drank Blitz Weinhard Beer? This Pacific Northwest icon has a storied history, brewed by Blitz Weinhard Brewing Company since 1852 in Portland, Oregon. Known for its light and crisp premium lager, Blitz Weinhard capitalized on Oregon hops to create a unique and refreshing flavor that stood out in the competitive beer market. Blitz Weinhard was celebrated not only for its distinctive taste, but also for its strong local identity. The brewery's marketing often emphasized its Oregon roots, appealing to the regional pride of Pacific Northwest residents. The use of local ingredients and the company's commitment to quality craftsmanship made it a beloved choice among beer enthusiasts. However, the 1980s brought increased competition from national brands, and Blitz Weinhard struggled to maintain its market share. In 1989, the company was acquired by Stroh's Brewery. Despite efforts to sustain the brand, production eventually ceased in the early 2000s. Today, Blitz Weinhard's legacy lives on, inspiring many craft brewers who admire its dedication to local ingredients and quality brewing practices. Drury's Beer. Drury's Beer, a Midwestern favorite with Canadian roots, was brewed by Drury Brewing Company since 1877 in Winnipeg, Canada. Known for its clean, crisp lager, Drury's became a major player in the Midwest by the 1930s. The brewery's reputation for quality and consistency helped it to secure a loyal customer base, and its distinctive branding made it easily recognizable on store shelves and in bars across the region. Despite its success, Drury's struggled in the competitive 1970s beer market. The rise of national brands and changing consumer preferences made it difficult for regional breweries to maintain their market share. Drury's ceased production in 1972, marking the end of an era for its many fans. The brand eventually faded away, though whispers of a possible revival keep the dream alive. Enthusiasts and collectors still reminisce about Drury's beer, sharing stories and memorabilia that celebrate the brewery's rich history and its contributions to the Midwest's beer culture. The potential for a revival continues to spark interest and hope among those who fondly remember the classic Drury's lager. If you can recall the taste of Drury's, then you probably also remember the first sip of Falls City Beer. Falls City Beer. Do you remember the refreshing taste of Falls City Beer, a Kentucky staple brewed by Falls City Brewing Company since 1864 in Louisville? Known for its easy-drinking American lager, Falls City was a beloved choice for many beer enthusiasts, particularly in the 1970s. The brewery's commitment to quality and tradition resonated with consumers, making it a household name in the region. The brand gained national attention with the launch of Billy Beer, endorsed by Billy Carter, the brother of President Jimmy Carter. This endorsement brought Falls City into the national spotlight, creating a surge in interest and sales. Despite this momentary boost, Falls City couldn't overcome industry trends and financial difficulties. The rise of large national breweries and shifting consumer preferences posed significant challenges for the company. In 1978, after over a century of brewing, Falls City Brewing Company closed its doors, marking the end of an era for its loyal fans. Hamm's Beer. Have you ever wondered what made Hamm's Beer a cherished staple in the Midwest? Brewed by Theodore Hamm's Brewing Company since 1865 in St. Paul, Minnesota, Hamm's Beer quickly gained a reputation for its smooth taste and harmonious blend of malt and hops. This distinctive flavor profile made it a top-selling beer in the 1970s with a strong following among Midwestern beer drinkers. Hamm's marketing strategies played a significant role in its success. The brand's iconic animated bear mascot, featured in numerous advertisements, became a beloved symbol of the beer's approachable and friendly image. The memorable jingle, "From the land of sky-blue waters," evoked the pristine natural beauty of Minnesota, further endearing the brand to its regional audience. Despite its popularity, the late 1990s brought significant changes. InBev's acquisition of the brand led to a shift in focus, and production eventually ceased in the early 2000s. However, the legacy of Hamm's Beer endures, with its marketing campaigns and mascot still fondly remembered by many. As we savor the legacy of Hamm's Beer, let's shift our focus to another iconic brew, Meister Brau Beer. Meister Brau Beer. Do you remember Meister Brau, a budget-friendly favorite? Brewed by Miller Brewing Company since 1965, Meister Brau was created to compete with other inexpensive beers on the market. Its key selling point was its affordability, which made it a popular choice for those looking for a straightforward, no-frills beer. Meister Brau's marketing emphasized value without sacrificing taste, appealing to a wide audience of budget-conscious consumers. During its peak, Meister Brau enjoyed significant success and became a staple at many social gatherings and events where affordability was key. The beer's simple, unpretentious image resonated with a demographic that appreciated quality without the premium price tag. However, the 1990s brought a shift in consumer tastes toward more diverse and lighter beer options, leading to a decline in Meister Brau's popularity. Sales slumped, and Miller Brewing Company decided to discontinue Meister Brau in the late 1990s. Despite its disappearance from the shelves, Meister Brau left a lasting impact on the budget beer market, remembered for its straightforward approach and value proposition. As we explore the history of these iconic beers, we gain a deeper appreciation for their unique qualities and the ever-changing landscape of the beer industry. Haffenreffer Private Stock. Brewed by Haffenreffer Brewery in Jamaica Plain, Boston. Since 1820, Haffenreffer Private Stock was known for its potent yet smooth taste. The brand's marketing emphasized its private formula and long-aging process, contributing to its distinctive flavor and air of exclusivity. Haffenreffer Private Stock quickly gained a loyal following among those who appreciated a stronger, more robust malt liquor. Its green bottle and enigmatic label added to its mystique, making it a standout choice in a crowded market. The brand's slogan, "The Green Death," hinted at its potency and became part of its unique identity. Despite its popularity, industry changes and multiple ownership shifts eventually led to Hafenreffer private stock fading from production in the early 2000s. Today, Hafenreffer private stock remains a special memory for those who enjoyed its unique taste and lore. Its legacy endures as a testament to the rich history of malt liquors and the distinctive flavors that once defined the market. Old Milwaukee. Do you remember Old Milwaukee, the beer synonymous with affordability and refreshment? Introduced by the Joe's Schlitz Brewing Company in 1955, Old Milwaukee quickly carved out a niche in the competitive American beer market. This American lager was known for its smooth, refreshing taste and exceptional value, making it a favorite among budget-conscious beer drinkers. Old Milwaukee's marketing strategy set it apart. The tagline, "It doesn't get any better than this," became iconic, resonating with consumers who appreciated a straightforward, no-frills beer experience. Clever advertising campaigns featuring humorous and relatable scenarios helped cement its reputation as a beer for the everyman. In the 1970s, Old Milwaukee reached peak popularity, leveraging its connection to Milwaukee's rich brewing heritage. Its affordability and consistent quality made it a staple at social gatherings, from backyard barbecues to fishing trips. However, increased competition and shifts in consumer preferences led to a decline in its market share. Despite these challenges, Old Milwaukee remains a nostalgic favorite and continues to be produced today, maintaining a loyal following. Hudepohl 14K. Brewed by the Hudepohl Brewing Company in Cincinnati, Ohio, Hudepohl 14K was a popular choice during the mid-20th century. Known for its crisp and clean flavor, this American lager was especially favored in the Ohio and Kentucky regions. One of the key factors that contributed to Hudepohl 14K's popularity was the brewery's unwavering commitment to quality. The Hudepohl Brewing Company emphasized using premium ingredients and traditional brewing methods, which helped maintain the beer's excellent reputation during the 1970s. Its marketing often highlighted these aspects, appealing to consumers who appreciated a well-crafted, reliable beer. Hudepohl 14K was a staple at social events, from family gatherings to community festivals, where its refreshing taste made it a crowd favorite. The beer's connection to the local culture and heritage of Cincinnati further solidified its place in the hearts of many Midwesterners. Although the brand eventually faced competition and industry consolidation, Hudepohl 14K remains a nostalgic memory for those who enjoyed its distinctive flavor and quality. Schmid Beer. Do you remember Schmid Beer, fondly known as the official beer of the American sportsman? Produced by the Jacob Schmidt Brewing Company in St. Paul, Minnesota, Schmid Beer was introduced in the late 19th century and quickly became a regional favorite. By the 1970s, it had gained wide recognition for its distinctive cans featuring wildlife and outdoor scenes, resonating with hunters, fishermen, and outdoor enthusiasts. One of Schmid Beer's unique selling points was its branding strategy. The picturesque outdoor imagery on the cans created a strong emotional connection with its target audience, celebrating the rugged outdoor lifestyle and the natural beauty of the American wilderness. The Jacob Schmidt Brewing Company's commitment to quality brewing practices also played a significant role in Schmid Beer's popularity. The beer's smooth, refreshing taste made it a reliable choice for those looking to unwind after a day of outdoor activities. Whether enjoyed around a campfire, on a fishing trip, or at a hunting lodge, Schmid Beer was a staple for many. Genesee Cream Ale. Brewed by the Genesee Brewing Company in Rochester, New York. Since 1960, Genesee Cream Ale has been a distinctive presence in the beer market. Its unique flavor profile, which combines elements of both lagers and ales, made it a standout choice for many beer enthusiasts. The beer's creamy texture and mild taste helped it carve out a niche in a crowded market during the 1970s. One of the key factors behind Genesee Cream Ale's popularity was its versatility. The ale's balanced flavor made it an appealing option for a wide audience, from casual drinkers to beer connoisseurs. Its smooth, creamy mouthfeel and slightly sweet finish offered a refreshing alternative to the more traditional beers available at the time. Marketing efforts by the Genesee Brewing Company also played a significant role in the beer's success. Advertisements highlighted the ale's unique characteristics and positioned it as a premium choice for those seeking a high-quality, enjoyable drinking experience. The combination of strategic marketing and a distinct product helped Genesee Cream Ale maintain its popularity over the decades. As we reminisce about the beloved Genesee Cream Ale, we shouldn't forget another iconic beer, Rolling Rock. Rolling Rock. Do you remember the distinctive green bottle and mysterious 33 slogan of Rolling Rock? Brewed by Latrobe Brewing Company in Latrobe, Pennsylvania since 1939, Rolling Rock quickly became an iconic American beer. This pale lager was celebrated for its crisp and refreshing taste, earning a loyal following throughout the 1970s and beyond. One of the unique aspects of Rolling Rock was its marketing strategy. The enigmatic 33 printed on each bottle sparked curiosity and intrigue, with numerous theories about its meaning. The beer's advertisements often emphasized its small-town roots and natural brewing process, appealing to those seeking an authentic American beer experience. The slogan "From the glass-lined tanks of old Latrobe" evoked a sense of tradition and quality, further solidifying Rolling Rock's place in the hearts of its fans. Rolling Rock's success was also driven by its consistent quality and approachable flavor profile. It was a staple at social gatherings, sporting events, and local bars, where its light and refreshing taste made it a favorite among many beer drinkers. As we celebrate the legacy of Rolling Rock, we invite you to share your memories and favorite beers. Thank you for watching and joining us on this nostalgic journey through the golden era of American beer. Which of these classic beers do you remember? Let us know in the comments below.